Alright guys, how's it going? Triarius Wargaming here again, just with a quick update on what I've been working on. I've actually been putting out a lot of videos for a change, but I just wanted to show you what I hope to complete before my kind of convention here and what I've actually gotten painted. And yeah, so here we go. So over here, this column is what I've still got to paint for the Romans. So I decided to kind of adjust my expectations. I don't know. I guess my what I think I can actually get done in the next 2 weeks, because I only have one more weekend where I'll really actually have time to work on this before November 5th. So I've got next weekend, but October 22nd. I'm going to be busy all weekend, so I'm really not going to actually be able to get any hobby stuff done. So these are all the Romans I'm going to do. I decided to drop the Praetorian Guard, so I just need to finish 4 units instead of 6, and I think I'm going to drop the cavalry that I was going to do as well. So I just need to do 4 more units, which about half the miniatures are already painted for that, and then some command stuff as well. Yeah, so I had some light cavalry and the Victrix auxiliary archers that I was hoping to do as well for the Romans, but I'm just it's going to be too much, I think, to really count on actually doing that for the game. So here is what I've got to do for the barbarian side. So these are actually Wargames Foundry Germans, but I'm going to be just running them as Britons, I think, from 3 feet away. Who's going to really tell the difference between one hairy barbarian versus the other? So these are the warriors I still have to do. So only 5 sticks or 20 miniatures left, which is actually not too bad. And like the Romans, I actually have way more of these Germans primed as well. I've got a ton of cavalry, and I've got a ton of guys who are going to be like javelin throwing guys, light infantry, but we're not going to get them done for this event. So these are just what I need to complete my war bands. So to finish off 4 war bands, we're down to the last 20. And I'm really going to try. I got a bunch of shit I actually have to do today, but which, I don't want to do. It's work stuff. It's like, I wanted to go on a hike today because it was really nice, but I ended up canning that to work on this because I just got to get this shit done. It's annoying that I have to do work on the weekend, but I've got probably like 6 hours of work that I need to do to put me in a good position for next week. Tomorrow, we do have a holiday, but I mean, I still got to do this fucking work. It sucks. Okay, so these are the warriors that we got to get done. Here is the slingers. These, I think I will be able to paint all 12 of these, or sorry, all 13 of these in, I guess they gave me an extra one here. I think I only ordered 12, and then they ended up throwing in an extra figure there by accident. Those are from Footsore. Those are like Irish slingers or Pictish slingers or something or other. So these guys, yeah, I mean, look, they're not getting any super fancy paint jobs on these guys. I might highlight the flesh, but they're just gonna get a base color and a shade, and then yeah, probably highlight the flesh, but that's not too bad. And here we've got the light cavalry that I hope to complete, again from Footsore Miniatures. These are Pictish horsemen. I like them because they have this kind of rough and tumble look to them. These guys I don't anticipate taking a super long time to paint either. Okay, so back here is stuff that I have not yet primed. This is lower on the priority, but I still would really like to get it done for the game. These are going to be components for the barbarian camp that the Romans are going to try and storm. So just a bunch of animals and carts and stuff like that. So now here we get to what I have painted so far this week. So these actually I painted this morning. My order from Foundry just got in on Friday, so I got them assembled and primed right away. So these ones I just painted this morning, and I put a little more care into these than I did for the massive guys I'll show you in a second, because these miniatures are just so nice. I didn't bother about highlighting a lot of the clothing. On most of these, I did not highlight any pants. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I did not highlight any pants or like belts or shoes or anything. I just mainly focus on highlighting the skin to save time. And I highlighted some of the cloaky things. But these are super, super nice. Oh, that guy's shield needs a little work there. Oops. That red shield. Anyways, these are some of the to add characters to the warband. I really like this guy, like thumbing it, raising his fist to the Romans. You got a guy with a severed head. These two in the front are like the beefcakes here. They look like they have straight roid rage. I mean, they look kind of comparable in size right here, but they are actually like significantly bigger than the other guys. But they look like they have some serious roid rage. I kind of like this guy in the back too. Anyways, the bulk of what I've been painting though and doing the shields of are the Victrix Germans. So I got all these done. There are some random figures from like the Saxon set and the Viking set mixed in. A guy with a tunic with a spear, you just put the German head on and they're basically exactly the same. Just slightly different poses. So I did that for a little variety. The one thing about the Victrix set, I feel like you get too many of this guy. Just that guy in the corner. He's just kind of wearing a very specific outfit there, which some of these things that wargamers say sound like you're playing with your Barbies, but you just get too many with that outfit on, I think, because it's kind of unusual with the pelt around the waist. But I really like this set. I think it's awesome. Again, these guys, where I did highlight, it was only the skin. I did highlight some clothing, but mostly not really at all. The Victrix figures take washes really, really nicely. I think that's the best way to paint them. Whereas Foundry, I think, really rewards highlighting if they're just easier to highlight as well. But I just kind of need to get these done, really, so I can move on. But anyways, taking enough of your time with my rambling. So my goal here, I got a lot to juggle. I really have, Monday tomorrow, which, is a holiday, so I do have some time on Monday. The week, which, Tuesday, not going to be able to work on anything. Hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the stars will align and I can really pump shit out. So the goal is to hopefully get all this barbarian stuff done by the weekend. Probably gonna do some work tonight, paint a couple miniatures in between and switch back and forth, do something like that. And then the goal, am I crazy? I don't know, but the goal is to really get the Romans put to bed on the next weekend. Hopefully get them all painted on Saturday. It's going to be kind of like, it's going to be brutal. It is going to be brutal, but we can get all these painted on Saturday. Then I can really start doing the basing on Sunday and then base all that week. And then that should put me in a good position for the game. I won't really be able to do the terrain that I wanted to, I think, for this game. But, I started way too late. If I had another month to work on this, I think it would be incredible. But, there's always next year. This is, I should have used my time a little better a few weeks ago, but yeah, I signed up. I decided to do this way too late. I only found out about it way too late. One of my friends at the local club, Jim, is also running. He's running an English Civil War game there, and he told me I should put on a game and it would be well received. So here I am, and I decided not to use my successor collection because, I have a ton of like the Macedonians and stuff, but there are so many special rules with the different types of troops. Like every army has a million types of troops, pikemen, different kinds of cavalry, blah blah blah. It just seemed a little too complicated, and also I didn't know how familiar people would really be with the successors, so I decided to go. The barbarians versus Roman route because I did already kind of have those armies, but they weren't really up to the. I wanted the units to be way bigger. So here we are. Yeah, I will shut up in 1 second. I know I got a problem with rambling here. The Romans, I'm kind of wondering how far I want to take this. So I do have a bunch more of the German infantry to do, who are going to be like the light infantry. I've got a horde of German cavalry to do. So I do kind of want to get all that done this year. So I kind of have that early German army. The Romans, so I cut the Praetorians and the archers and the light cavalry from this army. I also want to get those done by the end of the year. The Romans, I'm kind of wondering how far I want to take the early Imperial Romans. I've been toying with adding another legion to do some Civil War games perhaps. I also need to redo all my auxilia the same way I've been redoing the legions. I just don't have the time to redo all the auxiliaries before the game. So they'll just have to go as they are, but I do want to give them the same treatment that I've done the regular legionaries. And I think they should actually look pretty sweet when they're done, but again, I'm not sure when exactly that'll get done. Hopefully by the end of the year. I am going in for surgery over December, so I'm kind of counting on not painting for, most of December and January. So we'll see where we get to. I have a number of other projects on the back burner that I also want to work on. But again, when you put a project aside, it gets kind of dangerous. If I just don't finish these Germans, will I just move on totally? So I think I got to finish off the Germans at least with the cavalry and the other infantry before the end of the year. The Romans too, I probably should finish them as well. But I do want to do a few other things too. So yeah, I'll shut up. I hope you have a nice evening, and I'll see you on the next one.